Hey, welcome back to the JT Gaming channel. Today we're trying a new game called Hyper Empire. This is a 4X strategy game set in a sci-fi universe in space with planets and resources, but it's designed to be played very fast. 40 to 45 minutes should be your average play time here, so it's kind of a compressed game. And that got my attention because I love 4X games, but they always take me 2-3 days to play. Putting 6 to 8 hours in each day is ridiculous. So let's see what a fast-paced game is like. And the first thing that kind of struck me was the music is very good. It's thematic and it's also chill, and it ramps up when it needs to, and I just absolutely love it. Very down with the music here. All right, let's go ahead and select new game. So there are a number of different starting races you can start with. Pirates, Outriggers, Colonial Alliance, and they each have different bonuses. So I'm probably going to start with the Outriggers because this starts us off with one workshop, and I'll explain what all that means. And you actually unlock these as you play the game. So when you first install the game, you have human and colonial for sure. You might even have pirates. And then after you win a game or two, you'll unlock Outriggers. And then eventually, after beating 10 bosses, and I'll show you what a boss is, you can unlock Machine Heresy. So I haven't even done that yet. But let's go with Outriggers and take advantage of having 50 fuel, which is a currency in the game or a resource in the game, and starts with one workshop. Outrigger ships are well balanced between shields and armor and weapons. So kind of a jack of all trades. And we're going to go with normal difficulty. So we'll have average resources, average number of combat, standard enemy fleet sizes, and we can see enemies before they attack. There'll be like a little countdown timer. So, and this is a very cool idea, and I think more games should do this. As you win at different difficulty levels and with different civilizations, you unlock these little bonuses. And this can be turned off in the settings if you don't want it, but I like it. So it rewards you for playing the game, winning the game in your 40 to 45 minutes, and playing it a second time, but this time with a bonus, like Starting Faith plus 10. And I've won a number of games, and so we have different types of bonuses. We don't have any fleet bonuses, though, so I'd like to start unlocking those. I need to figure out how to do that. All right, game's going to load. It's called Hyper Empire. All right, so here's our starting position right here. And we can pick one of these sectors to move into, essentially. And each one of these sectors does have a boss fight. So that's where the 10 boss fights comes in. Now, you're not going to get 10 boss fights in one game. There's not enough time. And the game doesn't really tell you anything about these sectors. So I just pick one and go. All right, so our enemy is the Alliance civilization. And this is the boss that defends the area. Destroying the boss will grant you control of the area, and you also get some resources as a reward. So there's an incentive to take on the boss as fast as you can. All right, so here is the bridge. The bridge is essentially the main menu that you play the game in. And this is your ship here. So whenever your ship will always be in combat, every combat you go into. If your ship dies, you lose the game. That's how you lose. The way you win is by conducting research, growing your crew and your population with different bonuses like agricultural station, gives you +4 population, or an outpost, which grants you a heavy fighter, +3 fighter capacities in your fighter hangar. So you want to grow your population, you want to grow your fighters and your frigates, your escort ships that are going to fight alongside you, like this big cruiser, to keep your ship from being destroyed. Let's start on the left. The enemy fleet is up here by the map, and it's got a number 4 on it. In 4 turns, we're going to be attacked. So we got to get ready for that. The Empire has a little alert on it. We're going to go ahead and click that, and this tells us there's something for us to do on this menu. So the Outriggers were the original engineers. That's who we're playing. We built the frontier. We're the ones that went out and built the space stations before being betrayed by the Federation. The Federation is Earth. Their fleets and colonies smashed. The Outriggers were forced to survive in floating ship cities. So we built space stations, essentially, and lived on those. Talented but desperate, Outriggers and Fringers live in the deep space. So we can spend some currency to upgrade weapons, shields, or armor or we can get faster ships with thrust boost and all that. So, but it looks like we can't afford anything right now. So we're just going to go ahead and close that out. Let's go ahead and go here. Contracts. You can have 2 trade routes to start with active at one time. You can unlock a 3rd trade route later on in the game. And the first thing you want to look at is the threat level. So threat level low, and the number of turns. That's how long it's going to take to reap the reward of this trade game. And the game only lasts 50 turns. So having an 8-turn trade mission is way too long right now. We need to get something quick. So we're going to get 106 of this resource, this little atom here, for no cost. All we have to do is accept the contract, and it's low risk. This will probably succeed. Let me go ahead and accept that. All right, let's take on a second contract. Now this one's high. So 5 and 6 turns. For 1 extra turn, we get a significant amount more of database, or we can get 550 of hydrium. Hydrium is like the cash of the game. You can convert hydrium into just about anything else, whether it's data, like this block here, faith, fuel, any of those things. So I do like the idea of going for data, because this will give us technology bonuses. And they're both high risk, so that doesn't really matter. It's the same. Let's go ahead and take the data contract and see what happens. All right. So the next trade route's going to be available in 3 turns. That's because we picked the short one. Looks like we can upgrade this now. This is fine. I'm not going to spend any money on this on turn 1, though. Let's go with technology. So here's our tech trees. It's a very quick game, so there's not a lot of techs involved. You have energy, military, industry, and networks. And there's little bonuses if you complete a complete branch. That's technology. Now, the next thing is called hymns. This is like faith. So you can have a faith-based empire where you really focus on this. Every gameplay that you go through, you'll have both, a little bit of both, technology and hymns. But you can really focus on one or the other and take advantage of these high bonus end faiths. Like we have alien technology plus 20% to all armor on all ships. That's really good. Crusade increased the unit cap of all units by 1. Well, having 1 extra fighter is not great, but having 1 extra cruiser is. Now, this doesn't give you the cruiser. This allows you to build another cruiser to support your fleet. So that's very powerful. Capital ship construction plus 3 capacity, but just for capital ships, super important. I'd argue that's even better than this one. And then finally, the bionic gunners plus 5 to all damage on all combat ships and carrier. So if you have a lot of fighters, you just boosted your fighters by plus 5. That's a lot, and you have a lot of them. So anyway, so that's how you want to think about those resources. So the way you collect resources in the game is with miners. So miners are little mining drones that go out and collect resources. So we're going to go ahead and just spend all of the cash that we have called hydrium on as many drones as we can afford. We have 5 of 12. So we could get 7 more if we could afford them, but we can't. So every turn, if we mouse over it, 1 drone is going to give us 100 hydrium. Each drone costs 400 hydrium. So now that we have 5 drones, we're going to get 500 on turn 2, and we can buy 1 more drone, or we could spend it on something else. Let's go ahead and hit end turn here because we spent all of our money. Yay! So now that we have 500 plus the 150 we had for a total of 650, we could buy another drone. We'd just be able to get 1. Or we can upgrade our ship. We can get an agricultural station, get plus 4 population. Population is very important to manage, and we're already maxed out. Our poor capital ship doesn't have enough room for more people. So we need to build something to put people in so that we don't max out, or we don't lose out, I should say, on additional populations. So I'm going to build the agricultural station for 500. And that gives us a population of 11 total, a cap of 11 now. And we have spent all of our money again. And I really don't want to do these upgrades right now. I really want to focus on getting our miners up. All right, so now it's turn 3. And remember, we got this big attack coming in. So we probably should think about upgrading some of our defenses. So right here in the hangar, we could increase our scout capacity by 4 scouts. Well, right now we don't have any scouts. So we should probably think about buying some warships to defend ourselves from the enemy fleet that's about to attack us. Along the top row here, you can get additional data, which is technology points per turn, faith per turn with a temple, and fuel per turn with a proto station. So fuel will come into play whenever we want to build certain types of ships and stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend all of my hydrium on as many miners as I can afford. And let's go ahead and buy 1 scout. So at least we have some ship besides our carrier for the enemy to shoot at whenever combat starts. All right, so our first trade route is done. It was successful. We got 106 fuel gained. Awesome. And looks like we can actually spend this fuel here. Yes, that's exactly what this is. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to increase our fighters and scouts don't have shields, so that doesn't really do us any good. But we can afford to buy some attacking upgrades. So jerry-rigged fighters pay fuel to permanently upgrade the speed, armor, and damage. So I think we're going to get upgrade damage here. And that's all we can afford. No, we can make 1 more. I'm going to try and keep my fighter alive. So I'll give him a little bit of armor and 1 point in attack. Now, the attack is going to happen this turn. So I don't want to spend any of our fuel or money on scouts. Or on miners, rather. I want to see if I can get a heavy fighter here. This is a light fighter called a Harpy. We're going to do that, and I can make 1 more. All right, so we have a pretty good chance of surviving this, I think, with a scout, 2 light fighters, and our main ship. I think we're going to be just fine. Let's see what the new trade contract that's available out there. So we have a high risk and a mid level reward, but the rewards are significantly different. We can get almost 2.5 times, almost 3 times the reward in fuel, which gives us a lot of upgrades if we take the high risk one. Or we can take the mid risk one, spend some of our fuel, and get a little bit of cash for it. This would actually be the better choice if I could add some additional assets to you. You can invest additional money in these missions, but the currency for each mission is right here. So this is either hydrium for this one, which I do have. I can spend on that, but I don't have any more fuel because we just upgraded all of our ships. So I spent all the fuel doing that instead of doing this. So I would normally want to take this deal, but I'm going to take a chance and try and get a lot of fuel. And I'm even though this is high risk, I'm going to add $200 total, giving us a reward, if it works, of 7,300. This might be a huge mistake. This could fail on turn 1, and I would lose this 200 credits. Let's see what happens. All right, we've spent all of our money. Let's end turn, and we're going to go right into combat now. All right, so we've been attacked by the fleet. Your carrier flagship must survive or else you lose the game. You can auto-resolve these, but I recommend you don't do that. The auto-resolve, I don't think, performs very well, unless you know for sure you're going to win and you don't care if you lose a bunch of small ships. But I like to do the battle. You can reposition your ships before the battle begins in the deployment phase, if it lets me do it. There it goes. Okay. So now the carrier will have shields, but our little fighters won't. And I think we're just going to be just fine. We'll just do this. Oh, I should mention, we have a flat cannon, a shield boost, and a tractor beam. A tractor beam also stuns the target. So I'm going to be hammering the tractor beam a lot to try and save my, to keep them from even shooting at us. You'll see what I mean once I start. So each tractor beam uses 25 energy. The shield boost is 40 energy, and the flat cannon, which is passive, uses 1 energy every time it shoots. So, and that's going to happen anyway if they get within range. We have 65 energy here at the bottom. Let's start. And you can shoot the stun or tractor beam as often as you can afford. And while they're tractored, they cannot attack. So we managed to win that without losing anybody, I think. It'll tell us here. Okay, we did lose 1 ship, and it was our light scout. But look at the rewards. We got 58 faith, and 56 hydrium. These rewards will go up the larger the battle becomes. All right, here's an event. A computer scientist with a computer terminal in hand, sprints onto the command deck with a terrified expression. They scream about the need to exit warp speed now before it's too late. The specialist claims wholeheartedly that their simulation calculated that our current navigation plan will lead us straight into the path of a moving junk field. Feeling the genuine fear of the specialist's voice, you command your fleet to exit warp immediately, just in time to see the massive junk field wash your entire view. The simulations were correct, Commander. Any later and the fleet would have been wiped out. Gain 1,000 fuel. So you have these random events. A lot of them are negative. This one was positive. All right, so we're going to be attacked again in 3 turns. So we have 3 turns to spend what currency we have. I'm not going to spend any fuel yet until I take a look at what our options are. I would like to start resourcing some science. So let's do that. What's down here? Trading post. Okay, with trading post, we're going to get 1 population. So we're going to go from 8 to 9. And we're also going to get 50 hydrium, which is cash, per turn. So let's do that. Let's buy 1 of these. Oh, and it increased our population cap. So we have some extra room on top now. Let's go ahead and buy another fighter. Okay, and let's end our turn here. Uh-oh. Oh, no, our high-risk trade mission has failed. We lost that money. Let's see what else we got now. Oh, here we go. These are nice. This is high risk, but very short. I love that it's only 3 turns. Let's, whoop. There we go. Let's do that. We're going to try and get 3,000 fuel from this one. And I'm going to take another high risk again. All right, we're going to drop the last of our hydrium on another miner. This is not good that we're not taking full advantage of our miners. We've got to get to 12. That's kind of key. Let's go ahead and increase our escort ships. We don't have any escort ships. These would be frigates and cruisers and destroyers. Also the capital ship would increase its attack or whatever. We have mostly fighters, so we just want to keep improving them as much as possible. There we go. Oh no. All right, we're getting very unlucky on the high-risk trade missions. Our low-risk trade missions are paying off. Oh, and here we go. So now we can recruit a hero. So you kind of want to do this with, to complement your victory goal. Do you want to have a technological victory, a religious victory, treaties? If you get 6 peace treaties, that's a victory as well. Or you can just get more of things, like more minor capacity. Well, we have a lot of minor capacity we're not using right now, so I'm not even going to worry about that. I think we should start getting some technologies. We haven't got a single tech yet. All right, so we got a free tech essentially. So we can get 2 free light fighters. We can get 2 heavy fighters. I think these light fighters respawn every fight. No. Oh, this is a big one. We can get plus 10 hydrium per miner, plus 400 hydrium right now, which is the cost of an extra miner. Or we can go with population. You get 3 free trading posts, which is going to give us a population cap of plus 3 up to 15. And then we're going to continuously get 150 more hydrium per turn. I'm probably going to do that because we're very close to our population cap. All right, we are going to be attacked this turn, so we do need to invest in our fleet a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and start up 2 new contracts. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play it safe. We failed a lot of oh my gosh. Okay, I've got to go for this one because the reward is so much better. Having 300 fuel, which I don't even need right now, is not nearly as good as having 4,000 of faith. That's what this is. So I'm going to take the high risk one again and see if we get lucky. Whenever the high risk ones pay off, it's game changing. It's a huge advantage. And the odds are we're going to get one. All right, so here's our next battle. Our threat level's mid. Ugh. So our chances of success are becoming less and less each time. Let's grab him. So we can grab this guy. I do want to draw some fighters away from me up there, so we'll do that. We'll just split these up into 3 and 3. All right, I managed to stun 3 of them with my tractor beam. I'm basically buying time for my fighters, trying to. Yeah, we definitely lost a couple that time. Oh wow, we lost 4. Not good. Ah, trade route failed again. Oh no. Both of them did. Oh no. Okay, so we're not having good luck with the trade routes at all. So do we want to get plus 200 data generation per turn? Probably, because we're not going to be able to trade our way to victory apparently. Let's, this is basically technological points. This is like investing in the library and the university if you're playing another game. So, with as much as we're losing, maybe taking these light fighters would be nice. Gain 2 free light fighters. Or investing in pilot training will help improve a new class of fleet. Okay, gain 2 free heavy fighters. That's so tempting because we're getting our butt kicked. But I'm going to go for the research instead. Oh, and we also have enough faith for one of these. So here we go. Gain 2 free heavy fighters. Gain 2 free light fighters in every battle that can't be permanently destroyed. So they can be destroyed, I think, in the battle. You can lose the battle, but every battle they come back. This is really powerful. You can get a one-time bonus of 400. I hardly ever take that. This one is plus 7 carrier damage. We're not really doing any damage with the carrier at the moment. We're just stunning our opponents. One thing that would help is to have more power, more electricity in the carrier. But I believe that's a technology, not a faith. So I'm going to take the 2 free heavy fighters. No, I'm going to take this one here. I'm going to take the 2 free light fighters that can't be permanently destroyed. That way we have an increased chance. All right, we're going to be attacked in 5 turns. Let's go ahead and trade. I really need one of these trade routes to pay off. I'm going to go ahead and accept... actually, 100 science does nothing for us. So we're going to do this instead. This faith would be very good for us. Let's also try and get science. I'll tell you what, let's go with faith. This is only 3 turns though. All right, we haven't had a single high one pay off yet, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna double down on this. This is like a really bad gambling habit I have now. If this pays off, it'll be obviously worth it. That's easy to say. We'll see what actually happens. All right. We need to invest in these miners. I need to get the miners maxed out to 12, and we don't have any money. The reason why we don't have any money is because we don't have miners. So we got to spend, the first 10 turns of the game, you really got to focus on building miners to get that number up. All right, we do have a little bit of gas that we can improve our ships with, so let's upgrade that. Excellent. And I think we're done with the turn. I love how fast the turns go. No, are you kidding me? Okay, that's it. Stop with the high value trade routes. I haven't got a single one yet. Every one of them has failed. This is actually, that's kind of that's unusual. I usually get a couple to work. Hurts my soul to see that happen. All right. Oh, and it wasn't the high, it was the low risk one that failed. That's shocking. So the high risk one may still happen. We do have a little bit of fuel. So do we want faith or fuel? Actually, this is money. So I'll take the money. Let's do that. So the high risk one may work. Event turrets. Shining satellites blink in the vast blackness of space. The fleet drifts through a Minos-controlled system looking for a quick refuel station on the voyage. The blinking lights rhythm speeds up as the fleet draws closer. The satellites then suddenly flash a fierce red before laser fire pounds the carrier shields. Take evasive maneuvers immediately, Commander. It seems the satellites are rigged for auto turrets. We managed to escape with only minor casualties. Minos doesn't seem all that welcoming to outsiders. So this 2 population that we lost was not just people, but it was our population cap. We went from 15 maximum people down to 13. And that means we are now at our population cap. So we have to build a agricultural outpost just to have room for more people. And we're going to be attacked in 3 turns. I think I'm going to max out our miners. And then we got to start building some ships. Okay, let's go ahead and end the turn. Oh, the high-risk trader out paid off. Okay, so we managed to get 1 high-risk trader out. Hallelujah. That's great. You might notice down here in the bottom, the sector battle is highlighted. It's available. That means we can fight the boss now. But we are not in any position to fight any boss. We can barely win these battles against these random pirates. So, what I'm going to do is... oh, these take fuel. So we do need to save some of our fuel to make more harpies. Let's take a look at what trader route we have available. They both give us faith. I have to do the 3 turns. I don't want to wait 7 turns for faith. So I will do this one here. Try and get 1100 faith as a reward. All right, so we have 3 scouts, 2 light fighters, and no gunships yet. What is this colony? +1 population per turn. We're already maxed out on our people, so I don't need to increase our population growth. All right, trade route complete. We got 694 hydrium, and our shield, and we have new technology unlocked. I might go with refineries just because we've kind of fallen behind in production. 2 free heavy fighters we're about to be attacked. Let me get 2 free heavy fighters. Oh, we get 2 technologies. This is a treat. Gain 2 free light fighters. That's nice. Heavy fighters cost 200 less. That's actually really good. Let's do this. Do heavy fighters have shields? I think they do. Okay. So we have 2 there. Okay, they've already filled up. They're already maxed out at 2. Why can't I buy one of those? For some reason, it's not letting me buy another scout, and I'm not sure why. Oh, that's because we're overpopulation. Holy smokes, we're over by a lot. So I need to get our population back up to 19. Housing for our population over 19. Now that I've done that, we can hire more people, like these fighter pilots. All right. And we have a new trade route available. They're both high risk. 7 or 8 turns. I'll go with the 8 turns, and I'll actually throw a couple extra bucks on it and see if we can get 13,000 as a reward. Hopefully that doesn't fail immediately. And we're about to go into battle. Let's do this. I can't afford a colony. Why is that? Because I don't have an outpost. Okay, yeah, some of these you got to do in order from top to bottom. So I'll build the outpost first. And then another agricultural station. Wow, that used up all my money. Yeah, we really don't need to support population growth. We're growing like gangbusters population-wise. Let's see how this combat goes. It still says mid-level threat. Let's group everybody around me. And then I'm going to leave this 3 down here as a distraction. And we're going to tractor at least 2 or 3 of these. I think we're going to be just fine. Okay, because I've tractored 3 of them. Everybody's stunned. Yes, the tractor beam, best thing in the game. We didn't lose a single ship on that one. Awesome. All right. Wow, we're going to be attacked again in 1 turn. That's nuts. Back-to-back combat. I'm tempted to do the sector battle. I'll tell you what. let's do the enemy fight first, then I'll do the sector battle, because I want the rewards of the sector battle. That's going to give us a lot of resources. So this is +1 population per turn. We really don't need that. What I really want to unlock is additional escort ships. We really need to get at least one kind of escort ship. So we're maxed out on miners. Let's get +10 miners capacity. And then we're just gonna spend all of our money on. So now we have 13 of these. I got to start converting some of this hydrium into data and fuel. You see how data and fuel's 0? That's not good. Oh, and I should explain these numbers here. So data is 652, and this 5,200, that's how many we need for the next technology. And the faith of 196, that's how much we have now. When we get 350 or more, we're going to unlock the next hymn and get the next faith bonus. But it looks like we are out of assets. Let's go ahead and end turn, do combat again. This has got 9 units, so our tractor beam is going to be dispersed over 10 total units. This one's not going to go as well as the last one did. Yeah, we're definitely going to lose some people on this one, unfortunately. I still want my distraction squadron down here. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to try and, stun 3 of the 10. All right. That was actually pretty good. We ended up losing 2 of the scouts. Not too bad. The reward's not great. I wish we would have more. Okay, we did lose our trade route. That's not the high value one, though. Man, let's get another technology. Yeah. All right, we're going to get another technology. Could probably go for refineries. That's so tempting. 2 free light fighters. I really want to unlock something. Here we go. Free capital ship. Gain a free escort ship. I think because we're struggling in the combat realm, we need to go down the military tech route. So let's get 1 free light escort. And yes, it gives us the ship right away. Now this ship will have shields. So now shield bonuses are more important than they were before. I do want to do the sector conflict. Do we want to do this? Let's see what the trade route is first. So I do like faith as a reward. Over fuel. No, actually we do need fuel. Oh, but it's not worth data. Oh my god. So 100 data is going to give us 369 fuel. That's not a good trade at all. Okay, yeah. No. Let's do the high risk one. Oof. Okay. I don't really like that, but we didn't have a whole lot of choice on that one. So can I build this one? Let's get another heavy fighter. Okay, and then let's do the sector battle. This is going to give us a lot of resources if we survive. It's us against another capital ship. Oof. All right, let's see what happens. We may not survive this one. All right, I've stunned 3 of them. All right, hey, I've stunned their capital ship. That's huge. Okay, if I can keep them stunned, we're fine. Oh my god, that's a huge victory. We almost died. Did you see the health of our capital ship? It was very low. But look at these rewards. 2,900 hydrium, 2,900 faith. And we've got this sector now. Well, that's why we get those extra resources, is because we're controlling the sector. So it doesn't really matter what other sector you use, apparently, or if there is an advantage, it doesn't tell you. Yeah, like they're all labeled the same until you click on them. And once you click on them, oh, can you unclick? No, you can't. Okay. So this is a pirate sector. Pirates have different advantages than, say, the Federation or the Alliance has. And as you play the game, you'll get to learn them. Okay, so we do have a ton of resources. Oh yeah, whenever we hit the end turn button, we're going to select new faith technologies and stuff. We are going to be attacked in 4 turns. So I want to invest heavily in miners. Now we're up to 21 miners. That's good. Oh, man, we do have to repair our carrier health. I wonder if we can do that. Okay, can't do any more upgrades there. All right, let's go ahead and just end turn, it looks like. And this, well, we'll get to select some new technologies here. No, 10 population. What? This is huge. Okay, an event. Outbreak. Eyes swell, oily tears, skin grows sickly green, coughing, groans, and vomiting echo through the colony. There are reports coming through to us, Commander. It seems an offshoot of the hydrazine plague has made its way to the colony. No doubt it'll come back with us after our last voyage. We need to return to the colony as soon as possible and lock down the situation before the sick people spread to even more colonists. We lost 10 population cap. We went from 30 people to 20. That's devastating. That's devastating. Now, we can unlock HIMS hydroponics. This is going to give us +4 population cap right now. I'm going to do it because that event just happened. I normally may not have done that. Light fighters gain 15% dodge. That's actually really good. We may not lose as many light fighters because they're kind of expensive. Gain 2 free heavy fighters. What's this one say here? I kind of want to increase the power level. Yeah, the energy level of my carrier. But this 15% dodge bonus may pay dividends. It really will. Miners cost less. Oof, that's good too. All right, we're going to go down Disciples of the Machine path. Oof, yeah, our fleet got hurt. And we're still negative people, so I want to buy an agricultural station. Twice? Oh, so expensive. And then we have to get some science stations built. Yeah, and this is going to begin converting hydrium into data. So out of the 100 data, 100 hydrium we're going to get, we're now only going to get 85 because 15 of it is going to data. It's not like you get more. You still have the same amount, but now some of it's being siphoned off into technology research. Yeah. Let's go ahead and max out our miners and hit end turn. That was a long turn. That was pretty long. Okay, miners are maxed out. We're going to be attacked in 4 turns. I want to convert some into faith, and I want to convert some into fuel. So I've got kind of a broad spectrum, but it's greatly diluted the amount of hydrium that I'm getting every turn. Because now 15% goes to data, 15% goes to fuel, and faith, it looks like, is just generated. So that's nice. Faith does not cost any money. Okay. Now, here's an AI hive. If I buy one of these, I get plus 50 data per turn for free. So I'm going to do that. And this unlocks sensor bank that I can also afford, it says. This is nice. This is going to give me Basilisk escort capacity of +2 ships. So the Basilisk escort is this ship here that is extremely expensive, but we're about to have some trade routes come in and pay off. So maybe we'll get enough hydrogen to afford a Basilisk. This heavy escort is heavily shielded and will help keep us alive. Whew. And I don't know. We do have to repair our ship at some point. But I'm going to go ahead and get the sensor bank. And then we'll see if these things pay off. Okay, times are desperate. We can sacrifice 10 miners to make emergency repairs to our carrier. This might save the game. Because if we lose our carrier, we die, right? All right, let's go on to the next turn. Hey, the trade route's completed. Yes. So we got 2,000 faith. Awesome. Let's just see, what are we going to do here? We can get plus 100 faith per turn, plus 2 capacity for escort ships. I can't even afford the escort ships I have now, so I'm not going to do that. Workshop gives Harpy +3 capacity. I'm not maxed out on Harpies at all. AI Hive give us... Okay. I'm just trying to see what I can afford. What do we need? We need ships, really. All right, let's do the trade route. 8 turns, 7 turns. So turn-wise, it's not much different. Fuel and fuel. Let's use... let's go with the mid-threat and... Ooh. Yeah, let's put a couple extra fuel in here and try and get 6,000 faith. There's a good chance this succeeds. All right, so now we just want to increase our ships as much as we can. +1 population, +500. Oof. How much is this? You know, I think the trading post might be the way to go. Wow, the next mining guild is 3,000 hydrium. Super expensive. We might be maxed out on miners. I don't know. We'll have to, unless we get like a really powerful payoff on one of the trade routes. All right. He only has 7 ships, and I can stun 3 of them, so maybe we'll be all right. I'm not going to rearrange my ships at all. I'm going to leave them dispersed and see if we fare any better. Okay. That was actually really good. All right, what is this here? Acolytes. Build cheaper mining craft. Miners cost 50 less. That's actually good if we can afford the next mining guild, which is 3,000 hydrium. We only have 1,900 right now. We're not even close. Oof. What's this one down here? Increase the cap of all units by 1. The problem is I can't afford the units I have now. So I don't know if going down this route is worth it. Gain 2 free heavy fighters. That's awesome. Increase miner population by 5 for free. Okay. So going down devotion to the machine may be the next best thing. Yeah. I'm really concerned about the damage we have on our carrier. And going down this route would make it much less likely for it to be destroyed. All right, let's take the 2 heavy fighters and see what we have for money. Population is almost maxed out again. Oh. I kind of want to save our money to invest in hydrium to get more miners. But we have a battle in 2 turns. So that doesn't make sense. Let's go ahead and let's get as many heavy fighters as we can afford. So those are maxed out now. I'm really depending on these heavy fighters. And I want to make sure they do have shields. The shields are 60. Oh, the Harpy actually has more shields than the heavy fighter has. Oh my gosh. So we want to put investment into shields if possible. Okay, custom exports. Pay fuel to permanently upgrade the armor and shields of all your light, heavy, and capital escorts. So I don't think... Yeah, the light, heavy, and capital escorts are down here at the bottom. These are all fighters. So only this section of 3 over here improves this stuff. So I could make them a little bit faster. Let's do that. Maybe that'll make the difference. Okay. Because I am very concerned. We only have 160 shield, which is not much. We got to start investing in our capital ship somehow. Okay, let's go on to the next turn. How much does this cost again? 10 miners. If I could, I could sacrifice 10 miners to regain our health. And then if we had some savings, if these didn't cost as much, we could start hiring these guys back. But we're already maxed out on our population, so we pretty much have to do this to keep our population count growing. That's that. All right, let's see how this battle goes. Oh, finally, we're starting to have an advantage over our opponent. This is good. Let's see how this goes. Okay, hopefully we didn't lose anybody. Oh no, we lost our escort ship. Are you kidding me? Oh no. Let me just double check. Oh, here's an event. Militia base. After a long voyage through the slipstream, the fleet returns to familiar territory. A small refueling station ahead welcomes you with a beacon of relief. As you approach, a squadron of militia fighters surround us. It seems the local militia has repurposed the refueling station to serve as a forward naval post. Once we explain that we respect the territory, they power down their weapons and agree to trade with us. We gain 3,000 fuel. Also, a trade route came in with 13,000 cash. Hell yes. That is a pivotal moment, and I did. I lost my Basilisk in that last battle. They must have just focused on him. That's really bad, actually. So here's what we want to do. Let's get another trade route going. Do I want to trade faith for data or money? Data is probably more valuable than money. So let's... oh, and it's only 3 turns. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. This is gonna work. I'm going to spend 1,000 faith to get 1,300 data. Yeah, let's try that. Oof. That's a lot of faith. And it's a gamble. It may not pay off. Okay. Our population is 36 of 37. Again, we have to build another agricultural station. Oh, it's because we have so many miners. Okay, that's why. I'm trying to figure out why we keep running up against this population cap. And it's because we're building so many miners. So let's do this again. Yep. The vast majority of the people that are on the ship are working in the mining ships. So let's see if I can afford. Yes, I can. Okay, cool. Awesome. So I want to spend, I'm going to go ahead and repair our ship. That cost us 10 of these. So now I'm going to try and buy them all back. Excellent. Let's get another ag station. Let's buy the mining guild for 3,000. That's huge. I'm not buying any more of that. But because we made the investment, we're going to go ahead and max out our miners. Oh, here we go. Let's get the carrier energy supply up by 50. Boom. That's huge. That may protect. That may protect us. And what is this here? Harpy fighter cap plus 3? Where's the Harpy fighter cap? There it is. How much does this cost again? 600. That's actually worth it. Okay, I'm going to do it. All shields are plus 20%. Maybe we save for this. Instead of getting 3 more, taking this from 5 to 8, I'm going to save our fuel and try and get this repair hub so that all of our ships that have shields, which is more than half of them, have plus 20% shields. Okay. We're maxed out on population again. Population is plus 1 per turn. We should probably invest in this. Yep, let's do that. Okay, the battle hub gives us 3 heavy fighter damage plus 3. So our heavy fighters are here. Oh, it's just that. Okay, we have focused on the gunship, so this bonus makes sense to pay for. It's real expensive, but that should pay dividends for us. All right, so the sensor bank gives us +2 capacity of escort ships. I can't afford them, so I'm not going to do that. Now we can spend our fuel. I want to increase, the shields of our escorts, the armor of our capital ship, and its firepower. And we can choose one upgrade for the other fighters. The fighters have to do more damage. So a +1 for the fighters is very effective because you typically have lots of little fighters. So that's lots of little +1s. All right, and we're out of fuel. Let's go ahead and end the turn. I'm going to go ahead and research another technology, I guess. Gain 1 free heavy fighter escort. I think we still have to buy it. This was 1 free capital escort. Oh, I see. That's just the heavy fighter. That's not worth it at all. +5 shields per second. Oh, that will keep our ship alive. Yeah, this might be worth it just so we don't die on the upcoming battles. We're going to get regenerative shields, essentially. Oh, this is so expensive. So what I'm doing here with the colony is I'm getting +1 population per turn. So we're going to go from 50 to 52 to 54 because I have 2 of them. That's the idea. That's my thinking there. The trading post gives us 1 population period, but +50 cash per turn. And we already have 5 of those. We really don't need any more because we're getting a lot of hydrogen from the... and it's cheaper to get it from the miner. So we want to max out these miners, basically. And we can upgrade... I kind of want to upgrade shields if we can afford it. We can't. Okay. Because we have the regenerative shields now, so... All right, trade route came through. We have 1,300 data gained. That's awesome. Let's find another one. 7 and 8 turns. This is big time cash. Or we could spend money for faith. Let's do that. I like spending money for faith. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's really good. Can I get 5,000? So our next faith is unlocked at 5,200. So I'm going to go ahead and push this all the way to 4,000. It won't let me put more than 1,000 in. So that should pay off. That's low risk. That'll be a nice little pop when that happens. I'm already counting on it happening. That's probably not a good idea. We've had some bad luck today. Okay, command gives us all escort damage +4. Hell yes. Get this right now because we're heavily dependent on this top row of fighters. This is 16 ships that just got +4 damage. Excellent. We also need... There we go. So we've maxed out our miners. Everything's good. And I can upgrade our shields one more time. So anything with a shield will probably not die anymore. So we should not lose a gunship. We should not lose the Harpy light fighter or any of our escorts. Let's put that to the test here. What is this? Hospital, 100 faith per turn. That's kind of nice, actually. We're trying to save up our fuel, though. We don't have any more capacity. So the nice thing about building the trading post, I just realized, is it doesn't cost you any population. And you get the 50 per turn. 50 cash per turn. So if it costs 550, it takes 11 turns to pay off. It makes sense to make this like 8. Yeah, we should not go over 8. That should be enough for now. And we're going to be attacked this turn. We also have sector battle available to us. We can upgrade. Oh no, I stop upgrading because I need to save this fuel, like I said, for the repair hub. All right, so let's see if my theory pays off. That we should not lose any of the heavy fighters or escorts because of the regenerative shields. And I'm just going to go. I'm not even going to reposition anybody. Excellent. Oh, man. Oh, no. Yeah, we lost 2 of the heavy fighters. Now, these over here are scouts. They don't have shields, but these do. So, we're not quite invincible yet. Oh, no, a space funeral. The carrier guides the fleet past a dying star, blown up and on the verge of supernova. Sparks and debris peel off from the exterior hulls from the last battle of the fleet endured. Injured lay in the medical bay being treated by the best medics can do. But unfortunately, Commander, it seems some of the survivors of the last battle didn't survive their injuries. The crew is organizing a send-off for fallen in order to pay respects. It's only appropriate if you join them. And we lost 500 faith, which is okay. Because we just got 6,000 faith, so it didn't impact us that much. We did lose all of our scouts. That's too bad. All right, let's pick a new trade route. I really want to go. Oh, here we go. Fuel. Man, that's 8 turns. Both of these are 8 turns long. It's ridiculous. All right, let's get all of our ships back. Oh, are we maxed out on population again? No, we're not. Good. It's nice to not have to worry about that for a turn. The hospital gives us 100 faith per turn. I kind of like getting free faith, so let's do that. And I do want to do the sector battle here. Oof. Let's see what the odds are. 14 plus 1. Oh, and we get a free treaty if we win this. Okay. All right, let's try it. Let's see what happens. We really want to watch our shields. Oh my gosh, it worked. The shields on our capital ship stayed up the whole time. Okay, so now we want to do these boss battles as fast as possible because we're really strong with these shields for that. We did lose some expensive ships, unfortunately. Hopefully I can... yeah. We're definitely going to... We're going to regain them. I could invest heavily in scout ships as decoys, essentially. This is actually very inexpensive. This could save our more expensive ships by having more basically cannon fodder. I'm going to try this strategy and see if... Oh, our cannon fodder counts against our population, though. So that's not good. Hey, here we go. We got another hymn unlocked. I almost have to put this on our capital ship at this point. +5. Oh, man. Having five free miners is priceless right now. We need that. Yeah. And I'm going to buy them immediately. Okay. Can I afford this? I can. Okay. Okay, our fleet is full strength again. I kind of want to unlock these capital ships down here. All escort armor +30. That's huge. But we're a long ways away from that. Okay, we're going to go into combat this turn. I think we should do this. We've been saving our fuel for just this purchase, so let's go ahead and get the +20% tall shields. And hopefully that will be enough to save our gunships. The AI industry is available. This is the cruiser capital escort. This is this one. Very expensive ship. Extremely. We can't afford it right now, but we can at least unlock it. What does this one do for us? 250 faith per turn. That's super expensive too. I really need this cruiser escort. We need to unlock this, so let's do that. All right, let's do our battle. Hey, this is actually an easy one. Okay. No problems here, folks. Our shields are holding up just fine. Yeah. Okay. I think we've turned a corner. Oh, no. What happened? Oh, my God. We got our butts kicked. I thought that went so well. It did not. That did not go well at all. Oh, my word. And there's another fleet, another attack coming in a couple turns. So investing heavily in these shields is just not paying off. We've given them dodge capability and better shields, and it's just not worth it. Well, I say not worth it. It is worth it. It's just it's not working right now. And we have a battle coming up, so damn it. Oh no, we lost a lot of data here. This is very bad. Okay, comms short circuit. The fleet limps along through corporate-owned space, taking a moment to rest after the last battle damaged large portions of the fleet's hulls. Crew members asked to call their families back at the colony, but unfortunately, Commander, we are getting reports that the communications array on the carrier is short-circuiting. If we hope to allow the crew to speak to their families again, we need to send maintenance crew over to fix the comm systems. So instead of doing some research, they're having to do repairs, leading to a loss of 3,700 data. That's a huge amount of data loss. Oh, we did gain 4,000 faith from that trade route. And we have a huge battle coming up this turn. So how much fuel do we have? 1,300. I'm going to go for this. I'm going to put all my eggs in one basket here and max this out to 1,000. And I'm going to hope that in 5 turns we get 16,000 hydrium. Let's hope. Let's hope that works. Oh, shit. Okay, I got to click to accept. Okay, yeah. Click the wrong button there. All right, let's go ahead and get our scouts maxed out. Our fleet is as strong as it's going to be. Okay, let's go ahead and do the battle. All right, threat level's low. I think we're going to be just fine. And we lost one heavy fighter. It's fine. Increase heavy fighter capacity by 3 at the rate that we're going through them. That might be it. +1 capped all units. +1 capped all units includes that cruiser. Well, we just unlocked the cruiser. So, what do we get here? Increased capital escort capacity by 3. Increased capital escort capacity by 3. Oh, gain 1 population per turn. Ah, that's kind of good. That is kind of good. I think both of these are okay. I want to go for this increase unit cap by 1 because that's going to pay off huge. Assuming we can afford the ship. And right now we can. We're going to get this cruiser. And it's got good strong shields. Yes, yes. We are good to go there. Do we want to use any of our fuel for anything? No, I don't think so. So let's go ahead and upgrade. Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade our attack on all of our ships. So the bottom row of ships here, plus our main ship, just got +2 to the attack. Trade route destroyed. Oh no, we lost our big payoff one. Oh well. Yeah, let's get a free technology. A free light escort. This gives shields to all friendly units. I wonder if that includes scouts. I don't know. It shouldn't. But you never know. I'm going to go for it because I'm kind of curious now as to see what this affects. If that affects scouts, that's worth it. Do we want to spend faith for money? Or data for money? Well, we don't have much faith, so let's take what little faith we have and see if we can turn it into something useful. I can buy this. Oh, now that might be worth something. Let's get this. This is going to give us increased faith per turn. It also unlocks this, the Citadel. That's going to give us a bunch of armor if we can afford it. So let's see what happens. Yes, we just got a bunch of fuel. Sweet. So I can get an additional 20% tall shields right now. I'm going to do that. We can also get plus 30 armor to all of our heavy ships, it looks like. All escort armor, which is this bottom one. Yes. Oh, no, escort. Escort's up here. Wait a second. No, escort's down here. Yeah, it's the bottom row. Okay, just checking. Awesome. This is only 3 turns, so I want to take that. Oh, wait. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. The payoff here is so much different. This is literally 10 times. For 2 times more time, we get 10 times more reward. And then I can also go bing, 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 bing. Oh my God. This is another huge payday if it pays off. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to take the chance there. Population's not maxed out. All escort damage plus 4. How many escort ships do we have? We have 7 of them. That's a lot. I'm going to do it. Okay. Because we do have a big battle coming up. I want to be ready for it. Yeah, I think it paid off. Here we go. We're going to lose some scouts here, but that's fine. Yep, 3 scouts. And we did lose 1 heavy fighter. But we did gain 500 data. This is due to unsanctioned modifications. Security drags 2 scared engineers to the command deck fleet as the fleet exits warp speed. Security reports that several engineers have been making special unsanctioned modifications to the fighters and systems on the carrier. The engineers on the command deck claim that the modifications benefit what we've worked on and that most people in the fleet customize their own gear as well. Commander, unsanctioned modifications can hold a whole lot of risks simply because we have no idea what has been changed. It'll be some time before we set things right, but until then, keep cautious of potential malfunctions. Oh no. So things could start going wrong in our fleet. That's not good. Oh boy. So we're going to start losing probably data, fuel. That's to be expected coming up. What do we have here? Carrier energy. I think my carrier energy at 200 is fine. What I really need is carrier energy regeneration. That's what I need. Maybe that's what this gives me. Let's see if that does. Okay, so this is 210, right? So let's hit this. Now we're at 260. I'm going to do this battle. And I'm going to see if I can get 4 tractor beams up and running. Ooh, this is a huge battle. We could actually lose this one. This is a risk. This is a risk. I'm going to do it because the payoff is 10,000 cash, and that would be game-changing. And our next battle's 4 turns away, so I think we're going to go for it. And what I want to see is if I can get 4 tractor beams up at once. Yes. Okay, that may save us. Oh, my shields are gone. Shit. Oh, we're going to die. Oh, no. That's not good. Boom, game over. No. My shields went from full power to 0 in what seemed like 1 hit. And because I had no warning, I couldn't regenerate the energy it takes to get the shield boost up. So, wow, sudden death. And what happened there was the majority, it appeared, of the enemy ships went right for the capital ship. Even though I had 4 of them stunned, there were so many left, it didn't matter. But boy, see, that's the risk you take in this game. Every boss battle, which is what that was, is a risk. And I knew the risk going in. I think I even said that this could end the game. So we did not win that campaign. And that's okay, because you know what you do? You hit the exit button and you're back to main menu and you still have your achievements and you do it again. You know, we still haven't beat 10 bosses yet, but we did beat a couple bosses in the last one and it adds up. Eventually we will beat all 10 or have 10 total. And I'll unlock Machine Heresy. And that's what keeps me coming back to this game, is I'm unlocking more and more factions with more bonuses. And this next time I'll play Colonial Alliance on normal. And you can see we have all these bonuses from the campaigns we did succeed. Because we failed the last one, we didn't add to this list. But the next time we win on normal with that faction, that specific set of difficulty and faction, will unlock 1 or more of these bonuses for next time. And that's why I can't stop playing Hyper Empire. Fantastic game. I love it. And I recommend it. It's also very inexpensive. I forget what the cost was, but it's like super cheap. Okay? All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.